Well, folks, Antonio T. Smith Jr. is doing it again.
He's done it again.
Yes, he has, giving away so much knowledge just to help you succeed, walk out of the middle class, become a multimillionaire. He is giving away his book just for you.
The name of that book, The Richest Man in the Trash Can. You want to make sure you get this book. Here's why.
If you are someone who is tired, frustrated, irritated of the day-to-day schedule of waking up, going to work, going back home, going to sleep just to do it all over again, not being able to spend time with your family, you just got married, you just had kids, or you take care of your parents and you're not there to do it, this is the book for you.
And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? This book is free 99. Yes, you heard me. Free 99. Okay? All yours for free.
Yes, free 99. All you have to do is just pay shipping and handling.
That's it.
$9.95 just to get your free book. This book is a life changer. I'm trying to tell you guys, everything in this book is what Antonio taught myself and Grace that enabled us to retire. Yes, we are retired and we haven't even hit our 40s yet.
Woo!
I'm just saying.
I got a few months to go. Don't worry about it.
Shh. Don't nobody need to know that, girl. You don't look it.
That's it.
Go get it. Go get it and walk yourself out of the middle class into the life you deserve. Walk yourself into abundance. Abundance is freedom, and this book is your journey out.
You can plant better.
You can dominate.
All right, so here is the website so you get everything. Thank all of you for joining us. This is your first time here. This is my daily meeting, and right now I'm giving away free tickets. Virtual Summit, Conquer the Crisis. You're going to see plenty of people. A-list, Brad, $1 billion. Coach Burt, 10X speaker. Bobby Castro, net worth $300 million. This guy is a freaking genius right here. $337 million. Tim Story, of course, I know Tim Story. Brad Lee of Lightspeed. New person this time, Matt Materno. Judge Graham. Ben. Jesse, 10X speaker. This is the Chief Marketing Officer of Lightspeed. And of course, y'all know this guy here. Surely y'all know this guy right here. Yes, y'all heard of this guy? Something like that, yep. Yeah. And then Serena, Melissa, all sorts of good stuff. Y'all go ahead, live. Law said he's done. Outstanding. Now, today is an interesting day to build in business. Today is a very interesting day to build in business. Let me cover a few things first. I'm going to, if you do not have access to this, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to send you another link. Well, no, I'm not. Later today, we're going to send you a link. I am releasing the recession gifts that we've been recording for over a year now. Let me tell you what I did. Last year, over a year, we started doing a lot of recordings just for the recession. I was actually expecting to hit last year. It delayed on me a year later. Okay, no problem, Satish. 1 year later. I want you to know that I planned a year in advance to release over $100,000 program. Everybody listen, this is a meeting in which you watch me do my daily meeting with my team, and you get to steal all the ideas and take them back to your company. I am telling you that over a year ago, I built a big old hundreds of hours of stuff. We're going to release that today so you all can join and get in it. And when you get it today, you will have full access, but it's going to keep growing because I have about 40 more hours to upload, about 40 more hours of stuff to upload. Now, I want you to pick up on something. You should be that far ahead. The average chess player is 1 or 2 moves ahead. A beginning chess player is 1 or 2 moves ahead. An advanced chess player is about 45 moves ahead. A master chess player is 15 to 20 moves ahead. All of you should be master chess players in your business. master chess players. So my first challenge to you is, how can you get 15 to 20 steps, I'm about 25 steps, ahead of your business right now? This is depression. Grace, or, well, I'm going to say it's a depression, but don't mind me. Grace, unmute your mic real quick. I know you sending out the link. I do appreciate you.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
15 moves ahead. What do you see? What do you think? Actually, all of you can answer at the same time. Deanna, Reggie, Grace, you can answer at the same time. Phil, Satish. 15 moves ahead. What do you see down the future? Think about that. Lipton said, register. Some good stuff. What do you think about that? I'll give you some hints. Voice is going to dominate the world. 5G.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
All right.
AI, and you already working on the voice. You and Deanna are working on voice, so because you're already there. But when people say, "Hey, Alexa, play Antonio T. Smith Jr." and
Right.
whatever, you'll pop up.
But that's the whole point. I love that part of it. All right. I love that part of it. Good stuff. All right. Good. So I want y'all to be thinking of that. Don't have to answer right now, but I want you to be strongly considering all of that good stuff. Okay. All that good stuff I want you to be strongly considering. Now let me switch over, because I want to get straight to the nitty gritty.
Oh, Antonio?
Yes.
I think Deanna had something.
Go ahead, Deanna.
I saw a waving. Oh, okay, I saw a wave, but I didn't know.
Oh, no, go ahead. Well, say something anyway now. You're on the spot.
I was going to say esports is going to be dominating more than it is today.
Right. The good thing is we've been planning to get into the esports game for about 2 years. So that works. That does help. But in fact, let's make some major moves for esports this morning, okay? Okay. Let's do that. Now, let me switch over real quick. I want to explain something to all y'all, then I'm going to pick up to the... Yes, go ahead, Phil.
Yeah, there's going to be less office space needed. People are going to go remotely more often. TV production is over. You're not going to need a sound person, a makeup person, a director, a cameraman. People are going to be eating out less because they're fixing their meals at home now and going, this isn't that bad. I don't mind it. It's kind of fun fixing my own food. I know what it's in it, and it's cheaper. People will be forming communities more because they'll need each other. We're tribal by nature. So they'll be forming tribes. There'll be smaller tribes. There'll be events. They'll still hire us. Right now, there'll be a lot of speakers and little events. Well, some speakers aren't going to make it. So there's going to be less speakers. And when they come out of this, there's going to be more events. So the speakers that stay around and last, they're going to have greater opportunities. And you're going to see smaller groups start to emerge as we go out of this. Before you see the big conferences, the smaller groups will come first. So there's just a few steps.
Yeah, and all of them, all those good. You brought up two things I would like to you gave me two reasons to use my platform to warn some folks. Let's work backwards and go from the speakers. Your speaking career needs to adjust quickly. Now, if you're in the Bureau of the Speakers, you're already ahead of the game. Okay, you're already ahead of the game. Between Phil, Susan, myself, Bastine, you're totally ahead of the game. But I can assure you that you are not getting on stages right now, okay? So you need to figure out how to take your gift and make up monthly programs with it. It's one of the things you need to figure out.
You need to pivot. You need to pivot and think of, instead of selling a physical speech, you're selling a virtual speech. I've already got many potentials in my pipeline that they're going to hire me, but it's going to be virtual. I'm not going to show up at a hotel and stay in a room. They're creating these little tribes, and they're still going to need information. They're still going to need, as a speaker, we solve problems and we leverage opportunities. Well, the problems aren't going away. It's just how are we going to solve those problems and leverage those opportunities is how we have to position ourselves.
Absolutely. And I did about 3 virtual conferences in hotels last year that, not counting mine, if that's the case, it'd be something like 300. last year just from my hotel room because I've been on doing stuff like that. So you all should be ready for that adjustment. I want all of you to start recognizing that this stuff has been happening. This has been occurring. And if you think it hasn't, then, you're part of your own problem. Restaurants is what Phil said. People want to eat at restaurants less. We've been doing that. The millennial generation is nearly killing the restaurant business because we don't eat out like that. We don't eat out like that. So the trend has been happening. It just took a recession or a big job loss for other generations to stop wanting to go. We don't go out like that. The reason you keep hearing the words gluten-free and all that other stuff is because we're pushing it. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel bad for a trucker that is going to get put out of business 10 years from now or 3 years from now because of self-driving trucks. You know this is coming. You know this is coming, so I want you to start adjusting. That being said, let's do this. As of today, in the world's #1 economy, 26 million jobs lost in 5 weeks. That's another 4.4 million that have filed unemployment. 26 million jobs lost in 5 weeks. Deanna, unmute your mic.
Yes, sir.
I got plenty to say, but I'm not going to say it right now. What new or different or anything would you like to do to address 26 million people losing their job in 5 weeks?
Wow.
Coming to you and Reggie next. Yeah.
I think we should definitely, I don't know how, but if there is a way that we can get access to the unemployment offices and see if there's a way that we can partner with them. So as people come in, they can give out our information to let them know, well, while with everything going on, if you've ever thought about starting your own business or just need something to just give you an idea of what else you can do, reach out to this company or do this with this company. So if there's a way.
Hold on right there real quick. Hold on real quick. Reggie, unmute your mic. This is where Reggie's genius shines through. In Texas, that would be the Texas workforce, and I know you got some ideas.
Yeah.
She said we need to try to combine or get hooked up there so they can pass out our information so we can help train these people or something like that. You know stuff like this, yeah, real well, way better than me.
Yeah, I know the people that's there. Stay in contact with them. Well, right now you ain't gonna be able to go in unless they open it up. So if not, you just contact one of them. I can contact one of them and ask them because if they do job fairs, of course they will let one of us go in there. If they do job fairs, they'll let one of us go in there and set up, and we do the same thing that a job fair do. So that's too
Hello?
easy.
Yeah.
Hi, this is Carol. Hi.
Go ahead, Carol.
So I used to work for Career Source Suncoast, which is what you're talking about here in Florida. And they're not part of the unemployment. Unemployment sends them there for jobs. So that's two different things. But they do have to do training to get these people back to work. So they set up training, and I used to facilitate job readiness and get everybody ready to go back to the workforce. But the thing is with that, they don't really connect to the unemployment. They don't have like a list of unemployment people unless they're sent there to them. because they have to find work. So, so those are two different things. But the unemployment offices are usually virtual. They're usually online, and people sign up for them. Once they sign up, they ask them, did you go to whatever job readiness place there is? And here it's called Career Source Suncoast.
Okay, that makes total sense. Before I get to Phil, Reggie, let's focus on Galveston County, and we got a plan for that. Remember that plan we had for Galveston County right before all this stuff hit? We're gonna have to execute that plan. Go ahead, Phil.
This is Susan. I was going to say sort of the same thing. We work with Career Source. We've done presentations for them, Career Source Broward. So I was going to add that in, but also there are other places like Indeed and all those places where you can interview people for free, and you can put up your information just on even on skills, on teaching skills for the jobs that they may want to go after.
That makes sense as well. So, Diana, you can write out the possibility of interviewing. The possibility, I'll first lean towards giving out a free, some free trainings or free access to something. And for anyone who may be thinking about the entrepreneur route,
yeah, Indeed is one of your sources, Antonio. Another thing we need to do is keep doing what you're doing. You have been a visionary in getting you out there in front of people. So just keep doing that. Then we need to listen. That's the big thing. When we talk to these people, we need to listen and let them vent, let them talk, let them tell us their story. They need to. And then we need to give them empathy, not sympathy. We need to give them empathy. And finally, we need to give them hope. Because if you don't have hope, you don't have anything. So that's part of what the whole package is give them hope to what we've got to offer.
That's facts. That's facts. So thank you, Carol, Phil, and Susan, and Reggie. All good stuff. Go ahead, Reggie.
One thing I have been seeing, and I've been seeing a lot of it too, corporations or individuals, they're giving out lunches to these kids, man. Mm-hmm. If you want to touch somebody for real, all that other stuff, that's cool. You want to touch somebody for real, do that. Because them people out there, them kids out there, they ain't been in school and they dependent on their free lunch. And if we get together, we talk money, we talk all that. But you give that child something to eat, I guarantee they'll come pouring in and do anything that you ask them to do. I guarantee that.
Well, fair enough. Fair enough. There's a lot of evidence for that all over the Bible. Jesus fed people and then, right, transformed them. Right, you feed people first. Nothing wrong with that at all. Deanna. So let's see. You wrote everything down. Write down the feeding of as well, so I can go over there and develop a plan for that. And of course, I'm not interested in selling anything. I don't want to sell nothing. I want to help and give away stuff. I don't want to sell anything. But I think everything that Carol, Phil, Susan, and Reggie just said, especially the last thing you just said, works. Now, there's some logistics. Just think about logistics as traveling or carrying stuff or the movement of things that we got to deal with. Because it's a lot of people down here, especially Reggie, Galveston. I'm sure you're talking about Galveston. So you're talking about a lot of low income. So there's, do we have them meet us? Do we travel the food out? Think about all that. But I'll develop that plan later on today. See how that works out. But we'll get all that done. That's no problem. I got no problem with nobody said. Good stuff. All right. And Reggie, you're absolutely right, because that's the only reason I went back to school in the 6th grade. I dropped out in the 5th grade. The only reason I went back to school is because I was hungry. It's the only reason. Because it was easier to forge some papers and go to school and eat twice a day, right, and then starve at night than to starve all day. But you spot on. I know that struggle all too much. Bold that whole section, Deanna, so I can give that my attention first. Bold that whole section. Good stuff. Fantastic, y'all. Fantastic. All right. Well, let me just show this one more time, because That got all y'all talking. Here it is. Oh, not that. Here it is. And you can see the graph here. This is the Great Recession all the way up, and you see it starting to come down from 6 million to 5 to 4. But of course, it's a lot. It's a scary lot. 22 million people. Now, Reggie, back to you. Unmute your mic for me real quick. Now, give me some more. Now, I'm thinking specifically about, I'm going to just say the hood, all right? Now, I'm not talking about, race and that. I'm talking about specifically low income, because me and Reggie come from low income. And we both know, Reggie, that Galveston unemployment ain't got nothing to do with this unemployment, right? Or black unemployment ain't got nothing to do with these numbers. We know this been going on in the hood. Mm-hmm. Give me some ideas of what to do specifically for the areas where newspapers not going to travel, right? To where they don't deliver pizza at. What can we do over there?
I got one word for you. I got one word for you. It's called visual. And I was watching, when I mean visual, you pass out something, some stuff that sounds so like, well, it's not, it's 2020-ish or whatever. You know what, man, it's
right.
If we're going to do something, you got to do it. You know what I'm saying? If we talk about no fear, we talk about go get your dreams. Well, if we know that, for instance, Parkland is in the state that it's in, we should have no fear and pass out whatever we need to pass out to be like, look, if you need a job, we got you. Boom, 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 boom. I'm talking about hand and foot, and I ain't talking about nothing else, because they ain't going on no internet. We know this. We know this. Only if you want a little bit, go ahead and do it that way. But if you want real results, I seen it. They doing it. They doing it in the news. If they want a message to be heard, these people, by any means necessary, by any means, the stay home order, anything. If you want anything heard, you'll get up, you'll stand up, and you'll do something. And you'll go out there and you'll give these people a job, period.
Mm-hmm. I respect that. Okay, Deanna, write down, just put flyers, visual, and face-to-face.
I do it. You know I lace up. I put on a fitted sheet and go outside and do it.
The hood loves me, so I ain't tripping. I'll be right there with you. I ain't tripping. All right, so put that down, Deanna. Put face-to-face hood, and it'll trigger my memory for me to go there. Absolutely, because there are spots. We come from. I've never, ever had pizza delivered to my neighborhood. When you call, they say we don't deliver in your area. All right, so we're talking about those areas. If you don't know that struggle, then yeah. Young entrepreneurship groups cluster feeding. Good stuff, Kara. I got you, Carol. Good stuff. Kara, Deanna, do me a favor. Write down to me, get with Cambrell Foundation, and start a young, or help her with her young entrepreneurship program. This would be a great time to do that. We could probably hire them as interns or something. Who knows? Just get that. Go ahead, Carol.
The other places that you can connect with would be like the Salvation Army, because they have a lot of housing for people. That there's a lot of like families and single parents that are in the Salvation Army waiting for housing, and they're looking for work. Some of them are some of the people that I taught when I was in the Career Source Suncoast, so I know that they exist. So Salvation Army would be a great place to connect to for
okay, good stuff.
Jobs. Mm-hmm.
Good stuff. So Deanna, write that down. And this is a lot of this stuff, Reggie, is going to be you, because you're a Galveston celebrity, especially in these areas, right? not just the areas, but you know the people. You're a celebrity with the staffers. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know the Coach Washingtons. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know the people sitting behind the counter. So anything that we do like this is probably going to be you spearheading the way in that area, because you're fish in water when it comes to this whole conversation. So good stuff. So just keep that in mind. Outstanding. All right, just learning points real quick. Please know, once you CEOs to recognize something, you CEOs need to, you cannot be the only person on your or in your company or on your team with ideas. That's one of the biggest things I see CEOs do that they fail at. I just got plenty of ideas. And here's the deal. I got a slew of ideas already written down. And almost everything that they said wasn't written down for me. Almost everything. Almost everything. And of course, I wasn't thinking about going face to face with anybody during the pandemic. Of course, I wasn't thinking about that. Why would I even think about that? Right? First, I'm an introvert, so that would rule that out. And then it's a pandemic, so that would rule that out, right? So we'll make proper steps and stuff to get that done. And yeah, fantastic. Y'all need to be listening. Need to make sure that you're not the only person that's giving ideas, because that's how your company continues to thrive and survive. Outstanding. I'm gonna just show this one more time, because I want you to have empathy for this, as Phil said. This is real. This is happening. This is happening. Just to give you, that's 22 million. Just to give you 26 million, excuse me. How many jobs were lost during Great Depression? I already know the number. I've Googled this before. But 13 million. 13.8 million is what most people would say. Now, I want y'all to pay attention to me here. Everybody pay attention. I'm going to say something too real. Last year, I was one of the few people telling everybody, this looks like the Roaring Twenties. If you're not familiar with the Roaring Twenties, 1920 all the way to 29 was a year of massive, decade of massive abundance and irresponsible spending. And I actually did a whole class on this not too long ago. Sometime October last year, I did a whole class in the Business University on the fact that this is looking extremely like 1929. But the first crisis, Conquer the Crisis Summit, my keynote was, this is looking like 1929 all over again. I want to warn all of you, I've been right. I've been scary right. I looked like a cuckoo nut at first because everything was good. But I've been scary right. This lasted last time until FDR did a New Deal. Okay? So we're talking about 1930. But we're talking about a full decade of struggling. Okay? I'm not telling you that's going to happen. I'm just telling you, you need to be ready, and your company needs to be ready to go through a full decade of a new normal. Is your company ready to do this for the next 10 years? If you're not thinking like that, you're probably not going to make it in business. Everybody listen, I'm not hitting you. I'm hitting you with the realness. I'm not, listen, let's say it's over tomorrow. At least you was ready. At least you had a plan. 10 years this happening. You need to be ready. There's a lot of people you know going to die before this change. So be ready. Be ready. Put your business up. Have a plan. Maurice said, possibly the schools may provide a platform to reach younger people for the population that may desire to go to college. That's fair enough. Grace will send you out to some schools. Go ahead, Maurice.
No, yeah, schools here are providing businesses that they have a platform, and it's the charter schools where they're allowing businesses that actually have incubators and offices, and then and some of the seniors become interns and and get entrepreneurial training. You do get to reach and touch the lower levels, the elementary level students. Also you speak to them and help them with the entrepreneurial side of it. So that was a thought to what you mentioned about reaching out when you mentioned the high school level students and that.
No, that's a good thought. That's a good thought. It's a very good thought. That'll be in Grace category. Grace knows the school inside and out. Go ahead, Chris.
What I was thinking about with all this going on is you probably see one of my posts, but like I feel like universities are in danger, especially like the ones that strongly depend on like let's say sporting events and all that, and much more apartments and all that. And I read an article that said some may be closing for good, so that's going to shift another whole game in the education itself. And in the back of my head, I'm thinking, is going to like make people think about more about online education more than the physical in person, or what?
Yep. And I don't feel bad for that though. Let me tell you, the education system brought that on itself, right? It did. It there's no return on investment for college degrees anymore. It costs too much. They got into the bed with the government, and now an 18-year-old has $150,000 of student debt, and then you can't even, like the system has been designed. As soon as Ali went to college, Ali had no choice but to then be a slave until 65 years old. That had to be disrupted at some point. And then the internet, the universities didn't really change, so it was bound for disruption. My entire company is disrupting colleges and universities in itself. It is designed for that reason. So you're spot on. You are absolutely spot on. That's going to happen. As a matter of fact, if you can Google this on your own. It's a real article. I ain't gonna bring it up, but Harvard just got $9 million in stimulus with a $500 billion or $5 billion endowment already. But they've got $9 million in the stimulus. That's just what it is. It ain't right. It ain't wrong. But all of y'all, you need to start playing. You need to start playing to win. You need to start playing to win. Grace, Reggie, Deanna, Phil, Susan, you need to play to win. Satish, you need to play this company to win, Steve. Period, point blank. Is your business playing to win, or is it just playing? If you're not playing to win, that's okay. But I am ruthless enough to play to win. And if you don't have that in you, you need to put a chief operating officer in charge that does. You understand? Grace, tell us why you got so happy about that right now, because I want them to hear it though.
Antonio knows I am not what he just said. That's not me. And when he said, "Hey," when he told me this before, if that's not you, hey, you don't want to be number one. Find somebody who wants to be number one and put them in the forefront and let them do what is not in you to do. And he already know. That's why I pointed him.
Yeah, that's why she got me doing her math thing. Right? She's doing the teaching. I'm being ruthless enough to go get her the sales. You have to do that. You must be ruthless. We're not talking about morality. We're not talking about me. I'm not talking about using people. I'm saying Carol has to wake up in the morning and say, who owe me money today? If you ain't getting up like that, you shouldn't be running the operations of your business. The only way to get money on planet Earth is sales. I didn't make capitalism up. For whatever reason, for whatever reason, we've demonized socialism. I'm not telling you should be in socialism. I'm not telling you not. Let's see. You hear this called Marxism. You also hear it called neo-Marxism, which is, let's just call it hyper-socialism, because that's basically what it is. All right? Because you don't live in post-modernity or postmodern era. You don't live in a modern era. You live in a postmodern area, post-modernity. It just means hyper, even more of what just happened a generation or 3 ago. But you, sir, in most of your cases, this is how weird, this is how screwed up that y'all are with the business mind, with the programming. If you serve any religion, it doesn't matter which one. I can identify 4 of them on this call right now, just because I know the people on this call. All 4 of your religions preach socialism. Tell me I'm lying. Give bread to the widows. Yep. Take care of the weak. We serve socialism religions and then turn right around when it's time to make money and act like whatever we act like. Go ahead, Phil.
Well, the Christian communities in Acts, they were communes.
Yes. Yes. Every last one. I'm telling you, it's crazy. The reason I'm bringing this up, the punchline here, Ali, is very simple. You're programmed not to go get this money. I'm attempting to unprogram you. You're programmed we've indoctrinated in you socialism. You believe it. And then when it's time to go make money, you have a conflict with what you believe. So this is what happens. You want to go be ruthless, or you want to go be a capitalist, but then you say to yourself, but they're hurting, and I don't want to sell to someone hurting. How many of you said that? How many of you said that? Don't lie. Do not lie. You know, I just don't want to take from them right now. How many of you are guilty of not charging full price for your services? Yep. That's what I'm talking about. You're trapped between 2 different programmings. The programming of your religion and the programming of capitalism. Somebody needs to get out there and develop a system and go be ruthless for prosperity.
Antonio?
Just like that. Go ahead, Phil.
I would rather say how many of you are guilty of not charging full value for your services? Not necessarily price. Because value could be, if you're a speaker, they give you their mailing list, or they let you put ads in their magazine, or they let you have a table at the convention, or you do barter with somebody. You know, I had 3 kids and a wife in braces with barter. I didn't get any. I turned the camera on, you'd see, but you don't want to look. But I didn't get any, but they got it. You know, I've gotten computers, I've gotten office furnitures, I've gotten cars. I had $18,000 to spend at a resort in Disney World, near Disney World, because I did a barter with them. So it's not necessarily full price for your services, it's full value for your services.
That's fair. That's point very well proven. Can you roll out there and get 6 million frequent air flyer miles too, right? Point very well proven. Very well. Kristen Michelle, go ahead.
That was like the biggest struggle I had in the beginning, especially with the Christian. I'm glad you brought this up because I never really spoke about this much, but it's like that guilt of feeling bad, and then on top of that, they try to make you feel bad for charging, and we know how that goes. And I just finally got to the point where I'm gonna have to charge the value of my services some way, or it's just not the right customer for me. And I have lost people, but got to the point where it's not really worth it. Because for me, putting extra time and not getting paid the amount of value, I feel like I'm losing long term. So I was like, I just lose them. That's not worth it.
Well, you should never get into any deal where you lose long term or lose period. That's for sure. So I'm glad you realized that. Without a doubt, I'm very, very, very glad you realized that. At the end of the day, I told me and Tempest were joking back and forth yesterday, and we were talking, and I just flat out told her, at the end of the day, you're either going to be someone's labor or you're going to control your labor. It's one or the other. Just what it is. Just what it is. Antonio's out of someone's labor or Antonio's controlling labor. And those who control labor fairly and liberate that labor force to have their own prosperity will always be in business. Always. Just is what it is. Just is what it is. That's not something of me. Michelle, did you want to say something?
Yes. As far as, when you were talking about not charging, it's funny because I just had that the other day. I was already given a discount on somebody doing their taxes. They wanted me to do their taxes.
Mm-hmm.
So I know for a fact, because I used to work for H&R Block, they charge $50 per W-2 off top.
Mm-hmm.
This person, I was charging $40, and then I told them if you have more than, one W-2, then just, it doesn't matter if you got 2 or 3, then I'll just charge you $75. That's it. This person did not, and they had 4, and they did not want to pay it.
Mm-hmm.
Did not want to pay, expected it for free. And I'm like, no, because if it was me, you would charge me. So, I mean, in our community, our people, they feel like they shouldn't have to pay full price if they know you or whatnot. So, I mean, I don't understand I don't know how to get away from that.
Well, I'll give you an answer, but I'm going to read Tempest's chat first because this is a fantastic answer. Tempest said, I feel like this goes back to, am I serving my actual customers or have I already been selling to people who weren't meant for my product? Apple is not, all caps, concerned about charging. Neither are electricity companies. Facts. Facts. And I just feel like I'm an electricity company. Like, you need me. So if you don't pay for us, then sit in the dark. Go ahead. Sit in the dark. Go ahead and put your business in the dark then. We good. Take your cold, dark shower. We'll get your brother-in-law to have these lights. You understand what I'm saying? We'll talk. Like that's exactly how I feel about it. That's how I feel about it. Now, two ways to fix that. First off, obviously, you have to become the customer you want to attract. That is, I know that's not the answer I want to hear. I know it's a bit philosophical and not as practical, but you are only attracting yourself. I know y'all don't want to hear that. But if you have a lot of customers asking for discounts, then you also ask for discounts. Now, I'm not saying that about Michelle, because that's just one isolated incident. But if this is a pattern, then you need to change you so that won't come back at you. Second thing, well, actually, I put both of the things in one. I don't ask for discounts. I pay full price. I got a rule or funny saying, friends don't let friends get discounts. That's how I feel about it. Like, friends don't let friends drive drunk. Friends don't let friends ask for discounts. If I'm Steve's friend, I'm paying full price. No. Full value. You know what I'm saying? Full value. That's what I'm paying. Go ahead, Phil.
This is Susan, but
Go ahead,
I can
Susan.
attest because in that other business that we were all connected with,
Yep.
Everyone was trying to negotiate the price to come in. Everyone with the salespeople. You
You ain't
paid
lying,
full
child.
for yourself, but for your entire team.
Sure did.
That did not go unnoticed.
Wow. Y'all hear that? Susan was there. I did pay full price for me and the entire team. I don't ask for discounts because I don't want that coming back at me, Carol. You know what I'm saying? I don't want that coming back at me. And that did not go unnoticed. That's y'all treat yourselves like that, man. Treat yourselves like that. That's powerful. Powerful. I'm sure she knows plenty more about that than me. But that's just it, right? So take that answer for Tempest Gate, take my answer, and there is your complete answer. Go ahead, Chris.
One thing I want to add from my personal experience is like my best customers, I'm just going to be completely straightforward with it. Of course, we all start, from our inner circle, our friends and things like that. But my best customers are complete strangers who know nothing about me and just they see the value of me. Now, like I said earlier, like we start off from there, but I got myself to the point where I push myself to get out of that as much as possible because I'd be stuck in that cycle if I didn't. And then lastly, to add, what I also noticed too is going back and what you were saying too about changing who you are, like the way I posted way back then and the way I post now. When people come to me, they were like, I didn't book you because I thought you'd be too expensive. Now, in the beginning, I used to get upset about that. And then I'm like, you know what? I'm glad you did think that because I didn't think it would be worth the headache. So I rather spend time with someone that actually values my time than waste my time with someone who's going to undervalue. And that takes a lot of patience.
Yeah, no doubt. I'm with you. And Tempest just said your friends are not your customers, and you shouldn't be faulted for that. And it's the truth. It's the truth. I wanted to spark this conversation. I really got. Let me get the rest of my agenda meeting out the way. Grace, I need you to take over the leads from Brad to add all those people into Phil and Susan's success team. Okay. So don't worry about it. Deanna has the list. She's going to forward you the list. You're going to put them on their success team. Okay? Okay, because Deanna's not going to be freed up. You're going to be free enough, and it will help you out. You understand what I'm saying? We'll help you out, but go ahead and do that. Any questions there, Grace?
I can ask. I can ask later.
Well, it doesn't. Just you put them. It's under Phil and Susan. You put them under them because it doesn't matter for you because you are also core staff. So it absolutely wouldn't matter.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
All right. So you work those leads and sign them up in a free thingy or something, or whether they want to pay or not. Just boom. That's simple. You can ask me whatever question after if you want to, or you can ask me now. It's up to you. But it won't affect you any. I got it designed that way on purpose.
Oh yeah, no, it wasn't. That wasn't my question. My question is always how. What are you talking about? But I understand what you're talking about now.
Nah,
I know what you're talking about.
Okay, you got it. Yeah. You just put them as long as they in. As long as they're a student, they qualify to be part of Recasey. You just got to, talk to them about it. Say, hey, we'd like to offer you this here for free. And then this on Recasey, would you like this opportunity too? And then if so, then somebody will contact you later about this opportunity. Just like that.
Okay.
Cool. Outstanding. So you're just going to sell the free university. Notice how I say that, ladies and gentlemen, because you got to sell stuff for free. Believe that. And it's hard. It's hard. It is hard to sell free stuff. Let me tell you. It's hard to sell free stuff. Outstanding. Now, I need all of you to, you must prepare for 18 months of write this down for me, Deanna. Oh, no. Grace, write this down for me in chat. Deanna, you continue to take notes. I want all of you to prepare for the devastation of the next 18 months. The next 18 months should be devastating. I don't even see mathematically how it cannot not be devastating, especially when the country, and by the country, I mean America, not offense to anyone else in different countries, is reopening back up. I'm not telling you this is right. I'm not telling you this is wrong. I'm just talking about math and how there will be more cases. Is that fair? Am I being fair? I'm not trying to be political. Just there will be more cases. That's math. I don't control that. All right. You need to prepare for 18 months. After you survive this 18 months, this is what I want all of you to do, because Phil kind of hinted at it earlier when he's talking about office spaces. Once you get past this next 18 months, y'all, keep your business looking like that. Whatever you do in this recession, keep your business downscale just like that and upscale your profits. Help me, somebody. You don't go eat your profits because things are looking good to go buy bigger things so you can look fine. That's how you got caught up. Don't, if it's working during this time, it's going to work during the prosperous times. And if you keep your business ready for recession and built for recession, when the next economic correction happens in 2030, you're going to be just fine. It's why I don't have because you know how cool it would be for me to say, well, we got 2,000 employees. It would be cool. For what? It doesn't make any sense. It would be, Carol, it would be so cool. I still have maybe 10,000 hours of 4K produced videos I ain't even released yet. I want y'all to process this very simple information I'm about to tell you. Most of what you see is Zoom and telephone videos. And we run in circles around everybody. See, someone didn't process that. See? Someone just went, oh, well, he's all right. Yeah.
That is what I just did.
Yeah. That's what you see. This Zoom thing cost me $14.99 a month. I could pay the $49.99 and, like, you know how people that you see them on live, you see them on Facebook Live, and he's got the Zoom. It's like it looks real cool. You see both the screens, you got the Zoom. I don't need that. I started to get it. You know why I passed it up, Steve? I'm live like 50 times a day. So I didn't need it. I just didn't need it. For $14.
Can I ask something real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
I know you probably don't, but I've been curious trying to figure that out, like how to go live with that. It's like additional package. I didn't mean to interrupt, but that was one thing that I've been trying to figure out for a while.
You're good. What you mean by additional packages?
Like trying to go live for some reason on my browser, I don't never see the option to go live with my guests on my podcast. I don't know if it's something you got to get or not.
What platform are you using?
Internet, I think Edge or Explorer. I think it's Edge.
You are not using Internet. You are not using Internet. My ears are bleeding. You are not using Internet Explorer. There's no way you're using Internet Explorer as a browser.
I think it's Edge or something like that.
Okay. If you're using Internet Explorer as a browser, I need 5 push-ups, right? That's first. Second, even Microsoft stopped using Internet Explorer. Don't do that. Okay.
It's one
They
of the
literally
most.
Microsoft Edge.
okay. Help me somebody. They cancel Internet Explorer. All right.
Get
So to
out.
go live with your product, just find a platform that allows you to do that. But if not, brother, let me bless you. Let me bless you. This is like you're going to be happy about this. You're going to go to there we go. You're going to go to obsproject.com, just like that. Open Broadcast System or Broadcast Software.com. And either for Windows or Mac, you're going to download this. And this is how I am live without being live. That is the solution to all your problems. It allows you to post-produce high-quality videos and then play them live, and actually not premiere, but actual live, and go live. That solves every last one of your problems. Put that in the chat, Grace, obsproject.com. Law asks in chat, how do you overcome the question, why is he giving away that for free? Very easy to overcome, all right? I'm ethically bribing people to have a long-term relationship with me. That's it. Why am I doing that? Because the internet changed the game. And now Steve has an option if he gets to choose me or not. I am ethically bribing people. I am nice.
So you want to
The
say
ethically
that
bribing?
to the potential client that you're ethically trying to bribe them? You kind of lost me on that. I'm saying like to the client if they were to say, well, why is he giving that for free?
You can absolutely say ethically bribing if you want to, but if not, then you can say because of the economic disruption, I'm doing as much as I can to help out, which is absolute facts.
Awesome, love it.
Yeah, absolute facts. It's absolute facts. There's no reason. Please know that I am also ethically bribing Maurice to have a long-term relationship with me. Why does the food court why does Costco give away free samples? Why does Netflix give away a free trial? It's the same thing. I'm adding value first so you can see that you should be over here. It's the same thing. So whenever y'all clients ask you that or ask that about us over here, it's simple. The same reason Netflix does it is the same reason we're doing it. Okay?
Antonio,
Go ahead, Michelle. Mm-hmm.
I usually just tell people, I just say because he wants to help people prosper.
Yeah, because you want to help people prosper. The law said, boom, mic drop, it'll change your life. Yeah. Listen, I'm giving this away for free because I'm trying to help you. I don't have to. You don't have to be here. That's fine by me. I only want 100,000 millionaires. That's it. Well, you know what I mean? I don't need the whole world. Have y'all seen? Actually, most of y'all probably Dolomite on Netflix. You probably haven't. If you have, I don't want to ruin it for people who doesn't have it. But that movie is awesome, and it literally is business 101. It really is. You have no idea I was walking into a college business course watching that Netflix movie. no idea I was going to, a college business course for sure. You need to find yourself doing everything you can to stay in front of the average chess player. Last thing I want, yes, you need to watch it. Last thing I want to tell you, all y'all. Oh, I'm going to set up what I want to tell you. I'll tell you what I'm doing. I'm making sure during this time, 5 weeks ago, I started hiring more people. I'm making sure Carol knows it. Okay. Also, I took one of the best things, the entry level thing, and I said, you know what? Let's get it away for free. We're not going to do that no more. We just give it away for free. Ain't no problem. I've made about 40 changes, 40 core changes to my business in 5 weeks. The daily meetings. This is, I would rather not be in front of everybody. I'm not holding back. I'm literally, you're not getting no watered down version of the daily meetings. I'm telling you secrets and everything. Like, this is, the daily meetings is what we do. And we do it. And then I'm telling you, but I know Chris is doing it, take it back and steal it. Go. Run. Go out there. Your business should be making as many changes. I don't have to make these changes. But how you treat people during this time will determine where you are a few years from now. And I would far rather be the person known as, I don't care what y'all say, when I needed somebody, Antonio and his company was right there. Oh no, I've jumped on everything. And I'm telling you, how many of y'all have already said, when I was not in your presence? Now you understand, the value here is amazing. Right? Even if you got to say first, I know this is some of y'all say first. He crazy, y'all. He crazy. You know what I'm saying? He live rough around the edges. He crazy. But I know y'all say that. I know you do. You have to. You have to. I ain't mad at you. I would rather do that than go out of business. I would. If I got a call and say, hey, I know it's rough right now, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I appreciate you. This is one we want to work with you on your monthly payments. To do that, than to have you just totally quit, I do that every day. I do that every day. Everything has changed, and that's okay. It was supposed to change anyway. It was supposed to change. Change is good. Change is inconvenient, but change is good. That was the setup. This is what I want to tell you. So this is the last thing I want to say. That was the setup. Ask yourself why you don't have all the customers you want. Okay? This is what I want to tell you. And it's okay. I'm not even looking for the psychological answer. I want to make you mad. I want you, after this call, to get up and say, who the hell moved my cheese? Shout out Spencer Johnson. Where is Steve's money? How do I get it? Simple. I got so many free trials out there that I'm ethically saying, come over here. We got all of it. She'll say, you have not because you ask not, and tempest laugh sideways. All right? And think about this. Where is your money? Because the only money that involves freedom is in somebody else's pocket. There is no freedom in trading time for money. Because when you trade time for money as a job, I'm not telling you not to, actually, I will tell you not to get a job, but that's, anyway. I'm not telling you that you having a job is bad. I'm telling you, you need to use that money to put your employer in your pocket. Use their money, get some ATS training, learn how to do their job better than them, and go back to your boss and say, I can handle this whole division. Give me 6 months, watch me turn it around. And if I turn around in 6 months, I do it for free. I want this senior level position. And I promise you, we outbossing your boss. We're out generating whatever company you work for. At this point, I got 6-figure bills. Bills. Who's got your money? Every last person that has your money. The only way to get that money without protecting it is to serve them. If you take it, you got to protect it. But if you add so much value and serve them, you will have no option but to be rich. CNN says you need $450,000 in America to be a CNBC. $450,000 in America to be top 1%. With the recession going on right now, it's probably about down to $300,000. If you own a house, you're probably already in the top 1%. It's net worth, because they only count net worth. I want y'all to go $10 million. Let me give you new goals as we end. Your first goal should be able to get to $250,000 in profit. I'll teach you how, don't worry. Your second goal needs to be to move from $250,000 to get to $10 million. All the way from $250,000, and I'm talking about cash flow. Not net worth is garbage. I'm talking about cash flow. There are billionaires right now with $1 billion net worth that laying off employees. Net worth, you can't pay your employees in net worth. That'll be somebody. You cannot pay your employees in net worth. Hey, Reggie, I know you hurt, man, but listen, I got, boom, nope. Can't do that. What I want you to do is I want you to home in, and I want you to go $250,000 and then $10 million. And here's the rub. Don't buy nothing stupid until you get to 10 million. That's it. That is it. I was telling Tempest yesterday, and we just laughed about it. Well, I think she was shocked about it. I'm not sure which one. I did all this with no car. Y'all don't even know. I don't even own a car. The car I do own, I don't even drive it. I ain't driven in 5 years. Somebody asked me, what would you consider stupid? Anything that don't make you money. What purchases would you consider stupid? Any purchase that don't make you money is stupid. Any purchase. Any purchase. A bar of soap can make you money because you can't walk up to me musty. So go ahead and handle that soap. But if you buy something and it don't make you money, that's a stupid purchase until you get to 10 million. Once you get to 10 million after expenses, don't get your jet. Don't be Floyd Mayweather, put the money stacks to your ear and start talking on the phone of money, right? Do all that. But until then, don't do it, Law. Don't do it, Reggie. No purchases, no houses, no cars. Don't do it. Stay broke. It's the best advice I can give you. It is the best advice I can give you. Stay broke. Broke. Crazy how I got all this stuff. And unless I'm in one of my suits, you'll never know I have money. If I wear a suit, you can clearly see it because I only buy expensive suits. So if you can recognize an expensive suit, then you'll clearly see it. Other than that, you'll never know. You would never know. You will never, ever, ever know. Why? Because I ain't got to the cash flow that I want to act stupid. Oh, but when I get there, I might get gold eyebrows. I don't even know. So put some gold on my eyebrows. Yeah, I might do something crazy. I don't know what I'm gonna do. But you need to get yourself to $250,000. I'll teach you. Actually, get yourself to $250,000 with monthly subscriptions. So all of you go create monthly subscriptions. $250,000. That's what you do. Find out what you can sell at a monthly price and how many customers you need to get to $250,000 monthly price. So if you're a motivation speaker, that means you don't want to speak yourself to $250,000 because that's one-time payments. You want to monthly yourself $250,000. Once you get to $250,000, you're going to take that $250,000 and do something else with it until it grows to $10 million. Once you got $10,000 coming in after expenses, you are a millionaire. That's a millionaire lifestyle. $10,000 after expenses is a millionaire lifestyle. When all your bills is paid and you got $10,000 coming in, and Steve know another $10,000 is coming in next month, and he ain't got nothing to do with that, it's just all profit, that's a millionaire lifestyle. Somebody be rude to you, Steve, at a store, you can buy that store and fire that person. That's where you want to be, ladies and gentlemen. $250,000, $10 million. I hope that you've learned something during this meeting. Here's what was caught that probably wasn't taught. I listened to everybody, didn't mind. Got a few ideas I didn't have. What you can surely see is I am way ahead of the game. And I'm going to stay that way. My next ventures are voice, artificial intelligence, esports. I've moved over from just education to also entertainment. Both sides. You either going to distract Steve from his problems or solve Steve's problems. There's only two ways you can fit in this thing. $250,000. Go do that. Grace, don't forget, work on that list, add those people. Antonio T. Smith Jr., you can plan better. You can dominate. Thank you, everybody. Love you. See you more. Love you more, Phil. And see you all at the marketing training. Keep on coming back. I'll keep giving away all this information. All right, everybody.
Our next guest is the CEO of a Facebook competitor. It is called MeWe. It is a next-gen social platform with a focus on privacy. The company has surpassed 5.5 million members. CEO Mark Weinstein with us now in a Fox Business exclusive. Welcome to the program, Mark. Glad to have you with us. So why the focus on privacy? You are taking advantage of Facebook's public stumbles?
Well, Deirdre, I'm one of the guys who invented social networks, and social networks were never invented to be what we call now surveillance capitalism, which is what Facebook is. Their members are not customers to serve. They're data to sell and data to target. So it really, MeWe is a fully fledged social network with all the features people love. The privacy is our Privacy Bill of Rights. We don't sell your data. We don't target you. We don't mess up your news feeds. We have a freemium business model, so everything you love is free, and you can, traditional capitalism, great capitalism. You can spend money on in-app purchases, or you can just enjoy the free service. There's nothing, you can't be targeted for your vote or your opinion. It's social media the way it was meant to be.
So then, Mark, honestly, how do you make money? Because we all know when we use Facebook, it's free for the user, but we know because we are not paying that we become the product. So that Facebook is gathering data on us, right. And I think some people even say Facebook isn't a social company, it's a data company. But then how do you make money? Are people paying your company for subscriptions?
No, it's very important. MeWe is free forever. But now we know that the freemium model works, and we're doing great with revenue. We have 2,800 free emojis, but we've got great custom emojis, custom stickers.
So
live
people
voice
pay
and live
you
video
for those?
is a pay option. Right, and live voice, live video, secret encrypted chat. MeWe pages are $1.99 a month, but you reach 100% of your followers all the time. So for $24 a month, you don't have to boost anything. So if you have 500,000 followers or 5,000 followers or 10 million followers, you reach everybody. At Facebook, you reach 5%. And you got to pay to boost, and then their algorithm messes the whole thing up anyhow. So MeWe is really true, pure social media. It's social networking done right, and people love it. Yeah, we're growing organically with no ads, and we're not even marketing MeWe, and we're growing by tens of thousands of people every day.
So, Mark, we have some stats about your company. As you're speaking, 5.5 million users right now, which is impressive. But how are you going to keep growing that? Because one telephone is not so fun. Two telephones work. Basically, you need more people to sign up.
Well, people are signing up, Deirdre, every day. And here's the beautiful thing about MeWe. So we also have some major deals that are not announced with some huge influencers worldwide. But even without them, we grew 405% last year. We're targeting, we actually target we'll have over 30 million members by the end of this year, over 150 million by the end of next year. We're growing twice as fast already this year. And people also move in groups. This is really, we have never seen something like this. So constituencies move to people. So many people are censored or blocked or violated on Facebook, and they all move to MeWe. So the growth is fantastic.
Quick question, Mark. You say Facebook, as an aside, should not be broken up. Why is that?
Listen, we compete with Facebook great. Snap competes with Facebook. Twitter competes with Facebook. Breaking up Facebook doesn't solve the problem that they are a surveillance company transacting data. By the way, also transacting data from non-members. They track all of us. Remember, the Cambridge Analytica CEO said they had data on 230 million every adult in America. Now, Facebook's new rules that you talked about today, that's a bunch of BS. Facebook has had rules the whole time. They break their rules all the time. That's the problem. Rules at Facebook mean nothing.
Mark, we thank you very much for the time. Thanks for joining us. Congratulations on the growth.
Thank you, Deirdre.
I'm not sure if you already know this, but you're already absolutely perfect. You're already absolutely great, and you're already living in massive abundance. The most important things that you have is not what you have, it's not what you do, it's what you know. Because the people who do know what you need to know to lead the middle class, they're in the top 1%, and they control 96% of the world's income. 97% of this world is trading time for money, and that is not the way to become rich, it's not the way to become wealthy, and it is absolutely not the way to leave the middle class. There are 7.8 billion people in the world right now, and they all want to learn how to make money and how to leave the middle class. But the way to become a master at anything is to learn all the rules and then bend them to your favor. Right now in this world, there are 2,057 billionaires. Right now. So if you think becoming a billionaire is impossible, that's 2,057 people that have already proved that impossibility incorrect. And if you think that's crazy, there are 46.8 million millionaires in the world, worldwide right now. Now think about that. 46.8 million millionaires, and that number grows 1,730 millionaires every single day. Money is everywhere. You don't need to max out your credit cards. You don't need to borrow from granddad and grandma. Just look behind me. Look at all the wealth sitting behind me in this junkyard. It's insane how much money is everywhere, and you don't need to go out there and beg, borrow, and steal to get it. You just need to know the rules of making money and how to leave the middle class. Essentially, all you need to know is the algorithm of making money, the rules of making money. All you need to know is what to do and how to do it, and you can leave the middle class. Any industry, yoga, golf, underwater basket weaving, clipping fingernails, it doesn't matter. All you have to do is know how to do it, how to get it done, and then find somebody to teach you how to do it, how to get it done, and you will be able to leave the middle class. If you're not getting my point, it's real simple. Whatever you have up here, as long as you understand the rules of leaving the middle class, as long as you understand how to get money, you can take what's up here and get wealthy from what you already have. Right now, the very thing you know up here is already being searched 1,000 times a second on Google. Someone right now actually 1,730 people right now are going to become a millionaire from the stuff that you have in your head. Why can't this be you? I mean, it's 1,730 people with your ideas that are no better than you, that are going to leave the middle class, become a millionaire. Why are you not next? So how do we do this? How do we take what you know and apply it to objective money-making secrets and then allow you to leave the middle class? How do we take you from where you are and let you escape to where you want to go? So how do we make all this money or take all this knowledge from the Warren Buffetts, from the Elon Musk? How do we take everything that everyone before you has done, and how do we take all of that and then put it in your head so you can leave a legacy for your family? My name is Antonio T. Smith Jr. 32 years ago, I lived in a trash can. That's right, from 6 to 14, I had no running water, no electricity, no anything, and somehow I'm in the top 1% today. Not because I had the right background, not because I had a silver spoon in my mouth, simply because being homeless made me learn how to make money. I retired when I was 29 years old. I'm more than likely younger than you. I'm one of the top 1% income earners in one of the richest countries in the world. What I learned how to do when I was 6 years old was learn how to generate enough money to eat some cookies so I wouldn't die to death from starvation. From there, I learned how to go from cookies to a meal. From a meal to clothes to shelter to everything else that supplied my necessary needs. When I was 6, I was forced to learn how to make money, and now that's what I'm going to do and help you do. I've seen amazing results. I have my own economy. I've homeschooled my own children, and I wrote a book that teaches you every single thing that I know about making money, every single thing that other people know about making money, and most importantly, all the stuff that we don't tell you. Because the truth is, and you know it like I know it, the most honest, the most hardworking, unselfish people on planet Earth live in the middle class. Yet, your honesty, your unselfishness, your devout religion-going self is not enough to get to the top 1%, and that's not fair. The second half of my life has been not about how much money I make, but how I will be remembered from all the money that I have made. And I've been trying to teach everybody how to get out the middle class. I'm the crazy guy famous on the internet for trying to create 100,000 millionaires. I've created 8 so far. I got a 9th one on the way, all the way from India. That's pretty cool. And what I want to tell you is something very simple. It's been hard. It's been absolutely hard to help people leave the middle class, not because of the people, because the system would rather keep you being someone else's money instead of you having your own economy and having the money come find and flow to you. It was frustrating because I knew that anybody can make money. And if you knew what I knew, you would change your life. Over the last few years, I've built a large following of over 500,000 people every month that pay me for me to give them advice. Well, that's been exciting for me. And the cool thing is I've created thousands of six-figure earners. I've created millionaires. I've created people who can live their dreams and hold on to their legacies. And now my eyes are on you to create you to what you need to be great. I have been teaching my principles and these principles to hundreds of thousands of people around the world, every country, all continents, and anyone who has taken them seriously, written them down, and applied them have a 100% success rate of leaving the middle class. I've taught these secrets to my following and my inner network, and I've watched them go from 4 figures to 5 figures, 5 figures to 6 figures, 7 figures, all the way to 8. Everything that I've ever learned from millionaire mentors, billionaire mentors, and everything I learned from being homeless, and everything that got me into the top 1%, I have placed inside of a book. To date, it is the longest book that I've ever written, the most best book that I've ever written, and that book is called The Richest Man in the Trash Can, and I'm offering it to you today for free. This book is going to show you how to become wealthy into the top 1% and leave the middle class. This book is going to give you a step-by-step plan if you're 30 years old, all the way to 70 years old, how to get into the top 1%. If you're a teenager, how to get to the top 1%. If you're a millennial, how to get to the top 1%. It's going to teach you how to make 6 figures immediately, teach you how to get to $1 million immediately, and all that good stuff. Plus, I'm going to give you the 36 objective laws of leaving the middle class. Plus, I'm going to give you every last one of my secrets that have made me rich. You have to understand that leaving the middle class is the most important fight that you're going to have in your life. And to be honest with you, and you can kind of relate to this, it almost takes $450,000 a year just to be broke in America. And that's just in America. If you don't leave the middle class, which is actually an illusion, then you are going to have a really hard time. Think about it for a second. Most of you going to be watching this are going to be baby boomers, and you've been sold a bad check. They lied to you. Your retirement was not enough for you to live comfortable, and I'm going to give you this book for free so you can figure out how to triple your retirement and then quadruple your retirement, and then, as Grant Cardone would say, 10x your retirement so you can live the life that's worthy of you. I want you to remember that leaving the middle class is the most important battle that you could ever face in your entire life, especially for your family. So consider this video, this book, your friendly tap on the shoulder. I want to send you a free copy of this book because I believe that abundance is your birthright. I believe that abundance is freedom, and I believe that this book is right for you. In fact, I believe in that so much that I will send you the book for free. All you have to do is cover the cost of shipping. I'll eat the cost. I'll take the loss. And all you have to do is get the book and dominate your reality right now and apply the principles so you can be the best person for your life that is yours. Fill out the form sitting right there to the right. Go ahead, dominate your reality. I can't wait to send you my book. I can't wait to meet you. I can't wait to have you as someone that's been on the journey with me. Antonio T. Smith Jr., you can plan better. You can dominate.